stability of our emotions, and the ability to concentrate from the beginning till the end of the talk. Alhamdulillah, on Online Motivational Academy, today we are discussing about the principles of being successful. We are looking at principles of being successful. I will start by explaining what I mean by principles. Then the other discussion will follow after that. And according to me, when you want to talk about principles, you are basically looking at the perception of what you want to do. Because all of us, in one way or the other, we are controlled by the way we think. So principles are the fundamentals of our thoughts. So letter P on the word principle stand for perception, because when you stop looking at things, the things you look at will also change. Your perception will dictate how much effort you'll put on what you are doing. If your perception is negative, in most cases, whatever you will do will not be with a lot of zeal, because you have embedded a lot of negativity in your mind. But if your perception is positive, then that will give you the push, that will give you the energy, that will give you the strength, that will give you the zeal. And finally, you will be able to go through any obstacle, any difficulty until you achieve your goal in life. R in the word principle means what kind of relationship are you supposed to establish in order for you to achieve what you want to achieve in your life. Because remember, in life, you can never succeed alone. And you always become the people you surround yourself with. No wonder they say, show me your friend and I will tell you the kind of a person you are. So if you want to be successful, definitely you have to surround yourself with successful people. If you want to grow either professionally or personally, then you must also invest in the right people that will take you to the level of growth you want for yourself. Principle is about how much are you interested in what you are doing. How much are you interested in what you are doing? Because when you love what you do and you do what you love, doing it becomes easy. They say it becomes a hobby. It stops being work. It stops being demanding for a lot of effort. It becomes something that is natural in you. And when you do what you do with the feeling of neutrality, naturality, then whatever you're doing becomes easy and it runs in a very smooth way. Principle is about establishing network. Okay, because there's no way you can be able to achieve anything you want to achieve in your life if you don't have the right connections. Therefore, you need to have a well-designed connection of network that will at least support you, give you the push, give you the encouragement, give you the desire to want to succeed more and more. Principle is about the commitment. Okay, how much committed are you in what you want to do? That is the level where all the differences are invested. If your commitment is very high, your energy will also be very high. If your commitment is clear, then everything also becomes clear. No wonder Brian Tracy talks about the 10 C's of success. And among these 10 C's, the first C is clarity. Clarity means knowing exactly what you want, being clear with your goal, with your objective, and the pathway you want to follow in order to succeed in what you are doing. It's very, very key that at the end of the day, if you don't know where you're going, you will never reach there. If you don't know what you're working for, you will never be able to understand what strategies are you supposed to put in order to succeed in that particular effort that you want to commit yourself to. The second C is the C of competencies. You know, learning the skills, having the knowledge, and developing the right attitude. So that at the end of the day, you know, if I want to establish a business, if I want to grow my education, if I want to grow my network, then what kind of knowledge what kind of knowledge must I acquire? What kind of skills do I need? What attitude do I really need to embrace? That is really key, because we are what we think of ourselves every day. It is our attitude plus our aptitude that will take us to the higher altitude. At the end of the day, your attitude takes you to your altitude. Your mentality plus your ability will always give you every possibility. So it's more important to have the commitment. Commitment is another word that could be substituted by the word discipline. Doing whatever you must do, whether you like it or you don't like it. But that's the only thing you can do to grow yourself from where you are to where you want to be. That's the only thing that can take you to the apex of your achievement, apex of your success. That is what will give you the crown that will take you away from the ground where everybody else is stepping on you. I, in the word principle, is about inspiration. Who is your role model? If you want to become an academician, who among the professors have really kind of motivated you, given you the inspiration to go through that difficult journey for you to get what you desire for yourself? You want to start a business. Who is your role model? Who is your guru? Who are you looking up to in order to succeed in what you are doing? They say success is observation, imitation, and repetition. That means you observe those who are successful, you do what they did, you become successful. And you observe those who failed and you don't do what they did, you become successful. You don't fail because you have learned from the mistake of other people. Because if you wait for your own mistake, you might be very late by the time you make those mistakes. And therefore, it's always good to learn from the other people's mistakes. Though there are two ways to success. Either you learn from successful people, do what they do, or you learn from failures, don't do what they did in order for them to fail. And that's why sometimes it might be interesting to have people who've messed up their lives to tell public what did they do? What did they not do right? That's why they could not succeed in what they were doing. P is about perseverance, is about persistence, is about patience. As-sabru jamil. When you want something, you got to be ready to wait. Some things take time. Even when you look at the way we have grown and emerged, the way we have emerged, evolved the way we have evolved, we had to follow the step of growth and development to reach where we have reached today. It is very rare to find a child born today and tomorrow the child can run. It is very rare. Therefore, it's very important to understand that everything, there is one law in the personal growth and development that is called the law of step. That means the law of the ladder. That means you have to climb step after step. That is to say, you got to be patient. Sometimes things can take time. Rome was not built in a day. Don't give up easily. Sometimes you have to work for a certain length of time for you to see your productivity, for you to see your success, for you to see your growth. It is not something that you can do today and expect it to happen tomorrow. There are things that require time. Of course, along the way, you have to establish what you call lower fruits, where you can be able to pick them along the way very easily. That could give you the motivation and the encouragement and that expectation that one day you will achieve your ultimate goal. That's another topic we'll discuss, how the process of change. Okay, again, at the same time, principles is about your aspiration. How much do you want to grow? How big do you want to grow? How much do you want to succeed? That's very important, because if you don't know your target, you will never understand how much effort you need to invest. You only invest on what you are sure you're going to achieve in your life. That's why they say, when you think, always think big, because the sky is always the lower limit. My dear brother and sister, remember, there is no excitement in playing it small. You must always be out there, expecting, greater goals for you to say. They say, if your dream is beyond your imagination, is beyond your expectation, then you will be able to stretch yourself further and further, and success will become greater and greater. You aspire, yeah, you admire, you aspire, you acquire, otherwise you will expire. So it becomes really crucial for us to have those aspirations, the aspiration that will take us very far. Going back to our C's, we say the clarity, the competencies, and then number 3 is the C of commitment, giving it everything you have. Learn this from me today, my friend. When you are out to achieve something, when you are out working for something, give it everything you have. They say either you do it very well or don't do it at all, because there is nothing. If sometimes all of us achieve our goals in life, but you know what? Our goals sometimes are too low. They don't give us the excitement that we need to think of moving to another greater goal, to think of attaining another greater aspiration. But if our thinking is greater, we will always go higher. Remember, C number 4 is a C of creativity, doing things differently. You don't have to be like everybody else. There is what is sweet in life is for you to be different. You don't have to be a photocopy of somebody else. You don't have to be a copycat. You need to be unique. You are special. No one in this world is like you. So why are you insisting on doing what everybody else is doing when you can do greater things than everybody else? Why are you insisting on playing it safe when you can take that risk that will take you to the greater heights of your life? C, number 5, is the C of consistency, doing it every day without getting it tired. Waswahili wanasema, njia unayopita kila siku haimei nyasi. Na kitu chochote ukifanya kila siku moja utakuwa the master of that thing. If you want to learn anything in your life, anything you want to learn in your life, may it be a language, may it be a business skill, may it be a public speaking, may it be anything, make sure you do it every day until you become a master. Nobody in this world was born an expert. All of us had to learn. We all started from zero. And today, if we have become heroes, it's because we never gave up. We did it consistently with deliberate and determined effort. And ultimately, we have realized what we wanted to realize in our life. C number 6 is the C of collaboration. Synergy will always give you energy. You can never succeed alone. Sometimes you need to look around and find people who have succeeded in the mission that you are starting today, so that you can be able to learn from them. They say a giant can see a dwarf can see further than the giant if the dwarf will climb on the shoulders of the giant. So you don't need to start from zero sometimes. You don't need to start afresh sometimes. You just need to observe, look around, and identify someone who has succeeded in what you are trying to do, and then ask them what did they do to attain the success they have attained. How much effort did they invest? How much sacrifice did they make? What did they have to learn? Who did they have to talk to? What skills did they have to acquire? And with that, you will be able to go as higher as you want. C number 7 is the C of compassion. C of compassion is falling in love with what you are doing. And I'm repeating this. When you do what you love and you love what you do, doing it becomes easy. And when you do what you love, you don't get tired of doing it. And that's why even in the business world, you do better, you perform better if you are an entrepreneur versus being a businessman, because entrepreneurship requires passion. And if it is you are teaching, if it is that you are communicating, if it is that you are investing, always make sure you have passion in it, you have compassion in it. That means you give it all your heart, because it is something that you have discovered it is very important in your life. C number 8 is a C of consideration. Remember that you might not be able to see the progress that you want to see. Be considerate that sometimes things could go wrong. Sometimes things could delay. Something you could face an obstacle. Sometimes you suffer a setback. But if you maintain your focus, if you maintain your zeal, if you maintain your energy, you will ultimately, definitely achieve what you want to achieve in your life. C number 9 is about always making sure you are consulting, أسهل على الذكر إن كنتم لا تعلمون. Ask those who know if there is anything you don't know, if there is anything you don't understand. Ask those. Don't wear the mentality of fixed mind. Allow yourself to dwell in the growth mindset. Always there is a room for improvement. There is always something you can learn if you want to grow and succeed in your life. Another C, and the last C, is the C of consciousness. Understanding that you do your best. You do whatever you can do. But ultimately, God decides. God blesses. God delays, so that you don't get into that mood of stress. You don't get into that mood of being depressed. I have done my best because I am the best, but I'm leaving the rest to the Almighty God. He's the one who's going to take care of the whole thing. And whoever strives according to the teaching of our Creator will always succeed. The success might delay, but success might take long. The success could be different from what you expect, but at the end of the day, you will never go wrong when you invest your effort in whatever you want to see happening in your life. And then, as I said, A is aspiration, and then L. My dear brother and sister, don't stop learning. The more you learn, the more you earn. 21st century is a century that is knowledge based. It is a century that is knowledge based. It is a century that is described by the acronym knowledge. That means acronym K for knowledge, A for attitude, S for skills, and H for habit. Why? Success is not a destination. Success is a process of habituation. We become what we do every day. So if we want things to turn right for us, we must do right things. If we want to have success, we must take action that will give us that success. And in that way, there will be no guessing. It will always be a sure way of getting whatever you want to get in your life with your life. Remember, the last letter in the word principles is support. Support naturally means, or literally means, You need people. You need people, as I said earlier, the network, as I said earlier, the relationship. Sometimes you wake up in the morning and you feel defeated. Sometimes you get tired, you feel tired. Sometimes you feel like giving up. Sometimes you face a huge obstacle ahead of you. Sometimes you knock the rock, and therefore you need somebody to always be there to give you the support. Ladies and gentlemen, remember, success is the journey. Success is the journey. Success is the journey. Success is not a destination. Success is not a destination. Success is a journey, and a journey always comes with a lot of obstacles. They say when you work very hard, when you want to go through a rough road, don't fear, because our Creator, Allah, God, will give us strong shoes. When you want to walk through a stony path, God, you will give you strong shoes, and you will never feel, the pinch of the stones and whatever obstacle ahead of you. And remember, along the journey, there'll be so many transformation. There'll be so many, kind of what you call difficulties ahead, and therefore you have to understand that when you start, you have to reach the destination, because every journey has a destination. Remember, my dear brothers and sisters, success is always defined as a struggle. And I'm taking it again. Success is always defined as a struggle to achieve a worthwhile objective. Success is defined as a struggle to achieve a worthwhile objective. It is that effort you make so that at the end of the day, you achieve that thing that you want. And then the whole world gets to know, oh yes, you have achieved something. And believe me, there is no success which is a better success than the success that comes with a lot of hardship. There is no success that is a better success than the success that comes when people never expected it. There is no success that is better success than the success that you yourself never thought you will achieve it. But at the end of the day, you get that particular success. Remember, success could be in any area of your life. It could be a professional, a business, or a career. It could be a relationship, a family. It could be having great friends around you. It could be wealth, money, finances. It could be your closeness with your after, which is the ultimate success. And that is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has taught us a dua that we need to recite every day, and that is Allahumma atina fid dunya hasanatan wa fil akhirati hasanatan wa qina adhaban nar, so that we get the best in this world and the best in the hereafter. We succeed in this world and we succeed in the hereafter. Success could be enjoying your life and getting relaxation and peace of mind. That could be a success. It can be defined in one way. The success could also be having an inner faith, inner spirit, and developing spiritually to the level where you are divine in whatever activity that you do. As Allah says in the Quran, لَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ فِي أَحْسَنِ التَّقْوِيمِ. We created men and women to the best of our creation, but later we brought them to the lowest. That means we can go as high as we want. We can either become as good as angel. We can also be as worse as the devil. The choice is ours. But success can be defined in many different ways. It could be also on personal development, education, and growth. Maybe your objective, your ambition, your goal is to become a professor, is to get a PhD or master's degree or a bachelor degree. At the end of the day, there has to be that goal that you can't wait to achieve in your life. There is that one thing that you want to make sure you succeed in your life, ladies and gentlemen, there are many steps that we can take in order to succeed in what we are doing, in order to achieve what we set out to achieve, in order to realize our dream of our life. And one of that thing is being responsible. That means the ability and understanding that it is up to you. It is up to you. No one can hand you over success on a silver plate or a golden glass or a diamond spoon. It's up to you to take that 100% responsibility. If it is to happen, it is up to you to make it happen. If you want it to work, it's up to you to make it work. If you want to see it happening, then you go to where? You go to put on the rubber and, take the road, head on and walk through all the obstacles, all the thorns, all the rocks, jump through every river and every valley, and ultimately you will succeed in what you are doing. So being responsible is one thing that can really assist us. Responsible is a compound word that is made of the ability to respond. It doesn't matter what the situation is. What matters is, what do you want out of that situation? You got to get it right. It's not what other people say or define you that's who you become. It is how you define yourself, and that is exactly what you become. It's not about other people dictating how you should live your life and how you should do your things. You know yourself better than anybody else, and that's why it's very important to have high level of self-awareness. It's very important to follow, to pursue, to go through the journey of personal and self-discovery. At the end of the day, you know yourself better than anybody else. You know your strengths, you know your weaknesses, you know the opportunities around you, and you know the kind of threats, if you don't address, they will bring you down. Number 2, establish a sense of urgency. When you want some success, when you want something to happen, when you want to make a dream come true, make sure you establish a sense of urgency, telling yourself that I want it yesterday. I am already late. I need to give it the priority it deserves. It is as urgent as my life. I need to do it. They say you will never change and become a different person until you become tired with the person that you are. You will never grow to any other level until you are not happy with the level you are in today. If you want to do a master's degree, you need to get uncomfortable with the first degree. If you want a PhD, you must get uncomfortable with a master's degree. If you want to make 1 million, you have to be uncomfortable with hundreds. If you want to make hundreds, you got to be uncomfortable with tens. You must have that urge, that feeling, and telling yourself that, look, this is not where I want to be. With the help of the Almighty, I must move from where I am today to the level where I want to see myself tomorrow. Remember, you don't have to worry about yesterday. Yesterday is history. That is gone. Whether you played yesterday, whether you didn't do it right yesterday, that is yesterday. And tomorrow is not in our hands. It is in the hands of Almighty, our Creator. But what we have is the gift of today. At least today we are alive. At least today we are breathing. At least today we have the energy, we have the health. If you do what it takes today, if you take care of your today, your tomorrow will become much better than you are yesterday. Remember always, number 2, if you don't have a vision, they say you perish. You must see your target. And you can never hit a target that you don't see, and you will never see a target which you don't have. Therefore, it's good to be a visionary individual. You must see yourself in 10 years from today. Where are you going to be 10 years from today? What kind of clothes are you going to wear? Which kind of a car are you going to drive? Which kind of a house are you going to live? Which kind of people will you rubbing shoulder with? How close will you be to your creator? You should be able to kind of visualize. See, when you put that mental picture in your mind, it will compel you to work as harder as you can to achieve the best out of your life. A vision is the dream that comes to a reality. A vision is that picture that you are painting so that gets completed at the end of your struggle, at the end of your journey. Always make sure you prepare for your future, because future is never waited for. Future is made. Future is predicted, and the best way of predicting the future is creating it yourself. Then present that master plan to your creator. Present that master plan to Allah, and Allah will bless it. Allah will put a rubber stamp, and before you realize, yes, you got what you want to get out of your life. You know, this life has a purpose, and that's why they say the purpose of living is living a purposeful life. The meaning of life is making life meaningful. So having a vision drives you to succeed in what you want to achieve. Remember, number 3, have clarity. Know exactly what is it that you want to see happening in your life. How far do you want to go with what you're doing? How much do you want to work on yourself? Your IQ, your EQ, your PQ. What is it that you want to change in you? What is it that you want to change around you? What is it that you want to happen so that you can say, yes, this is the life of my dream. This is how I wanted my life to be. And therefore, when you leave this world, you leave smiling. Remember, all of us came to this world crying. But at least when you're leaving, make sure you leave with a big smile, and other people are crying because now you've become so valuable that other people are going to miss you. Make a decision. Life is about deciding. That is number 4. Always make a decision. And if one decision is not working, change to another decision. Change to another decision. But ultimately, if it is not working completely, then maybe you are in the wrong field. You should consider changing your direction. You should consider changing your strategy. You should consider changing your approaches, because at the end of the day, you must always be decisively. They say your intention plus your action will take you to your destination. It is a decision to take the right direction and invest dedication and devotion, and at the end of the day, you reach your destination. So make decision. Number 5, establish belief system. Whatever you believe in, make sure you hold that with all your heart. No success without faith. Have faith. At the end of the day, remember, if you believe in what you're doing, achieving becomes easy. And that's why they say what believing is always achieving. Believing is always achieving. What the mind can conceive and the heart believes, you will always achieve. That was said by Napoleon Hill. So if you believe you have what it takes to achieve what you want to achieve, at the end of the day, you will definitely achieve it. One big enemy of progress, development, and success is self-doubt. Never doubt yourself completely. You got everything you have. Believe me, you have everything you have to succeed in whatever you want to do in your life. You are designed for success. Don't look down upon yourself. You are not achieved anything in this life. You are also a creation of divine power whatever others have achieved in whichever way. When you do them today, they become experience. But in the future, those mistakes become experience. They're not mistakes. They are those things that will give you the experience to become different, to become better, to become greater, and achieve more in your life. Remember, always work towards a goal. We are a goal organism as human beings. There must be something behind you that is making you get out of bed early in the morning, staying late at night, because you are reading, you are studying, you are planning, you are thinking, you are meditating to be able to succeed in whatever level of success you want to achieve in yourself. Always prioritize. Stephen Covey, in his book, effective habits, or seven habits of the most effective people, he says, fast things fast. Get your priorities right. Sometimes we do and use a lot of time doing things that really don't matter in our lives, things that don't make any difference in your life. Always make sure, ask yourself this question every day. Is what I am doing today, going to make me a different person tomorrow? Is the way I'm investing time in my life today going to give me the outcome I want to see tomorrow? Is the person I am connecting with today giving me any value to become the person I want to be tomorrow? And that is really key. That is really crucial. Always remember, time management is life management. And remember, if there is any commodity that is given for free to us, okay, and then we use it or misuse it, is the commodity called time. And unfortunately, if you mess up with your time, you have messed up great way your life. So remember, you need to utilize your time very well. They say time management is life management. If you want to manage your life very well, learn to manage your time. Take care of your seconds. Your seconds will take care of your minutes. Take care of your minutes. Your minutes will take care of your hours. Take care of your hours. Your hours will take care of your days. Take care of your days, because your days will take care of your weeks. Take care of your weeks. They will take care of your months. Take care of your months. They will take care of your year. At the end of the day, you need to go to that nucleus part of the time management, because believe me, you don't have enough of that. So don't wait until you fall into the mood of regretting, because in life, you are either growing, celebrating, or you will be growing, regretting. And the best is to celebrate your life. And the only way you can celebrate your life is making sure whatever you are doing is worth doing in your life. The way you spend your time is worth spending it, because it is making you a different person in your life. Learn organizational skills. That's another thing you need to consider, because you are either organizing or you will be agonizing. We all have 24 hours per day, all of us. But some of us organize them very well, and they are able to take us from where we are to where we're supposed to be. Therefore, remember, at the end of the day, as they say, time is money. Learn to organize yourself and stop agonizing. Don't complain, don't criticize, don't condemn, don't compare, and don't contradict. Don't do what you don't say what you don't do. Stop contradicting yourself. Be that person who walks their talk and they utilize their time to the maximum. Act as if you are the person you want to be in your life. As you act that way, at the end of the day, you will compel yourself, because you need to prove to other people, okay, why are you acting this way? I'm acting this way because this is the person I want to be. And therefore, I need to have something that will always remind me that for you to become that person, I want to become a religious person, I want to become rich, I want to become a millionaire, I want to become a leader, I want to become an educationist, an academician, and therefore you start behaving like that person, because that becomes a motivation for you to continue moving on and on until you achieve the best that you can achieve. Remember, everything is determined, everything is depending on the action that you take. You know, I always tell people, usijidai kwa umbo maumbile sote sawa. Nyusi na nywele ni pambo, uota na kunyolewa. Yapo maalum mambo yafaa kuzingatiwa. Ada ya mja hunena, muungwana ni vitendo. Tenda watu wataona. Majisifu. Action, action. You know, there is no psychologist that can open your brain and say this is how you think. And there is nobody who can open your heart, no surgeon, and tell you this is how you feel. But whatever you do makes you. So be careful. The actions that you take give the description of what kind of an individual you are. It doesn't, learn this from me, it doesn't happen until you make it happen. It doesn't happen. It will never happen. It doesn't work until you work. So work and it will work. Act. And at the end of the day, you will, you will succeed in whatever you're doing. Remember, use your mind very well. Use your wisdom. And that is what will give you the power to make the right decision. Be a risk taker. There is, as I said earlier, there is nothing fun. There is no excitement. It is not interesting to be a small person in life. You know, don't play it safe. It doesn't help you. It is never safe in this world. From the time you entered the womb of our mother, from the time we entered the womb of our mother, it got risky. It was risky living in there. It was risky being born. It was risky as we went to nursery school. Every other time and every other thing we do with our life is risky. But if you don't take risk, you will never grow. And if you don't grow, you will never become happy. And if you're not happy, what is the purpose of living in this world? Life should be full of happiness for you to enjoy it. And you cannot be happy if you're always playing small. Remember, be curious like a baby. They are not scared of anybody, and they're not scared of any situation. When they want to crawl, they will crawl around the house, and they don't worry whether there is this or that. They don't care about that. Whenever they want to do anything, they will do it. They will not be afraid. They can touch fire, they can touch blood, they can touch a knife. You know, they are curious, they want to know everything. But the moment you start growing, people start warning you. My friend, you got to be careful. Don't do this, don't do that. And at the end of the day, you shrink yourself into a shell of being a small person. Man, you need to be curious. Have the hunger, as Les Brown says. For you to succeed, you have to be hungry for success. Be hungry for success. Because people who are hungry take risks. People who are hungry don't relax. People who are hungry connect with others. People who are hungry read. People who are hungry invest. At the end of the day, you've got to have the hunger of being a successful person. Be confident. You know, don't increase your esteem. Increase your esteem. My friend, no matter where you come from, no matter what your family background is, no matter where you are starting, you are as important as any other person. My friend, take this from me today. You are a lion. Stop behaving like a cat. You are an elephant. You have energy. You have strength. Don't play it safe like a sparrow. You are an eagle. You can fly higher and higher. Stop behaving like a pigeon. If you want to succeed, you have to have those high level of self-confidence. And sometimes for you to succeed, you need to find a mentor, a coach, someone who will guide you, someone who will encourage you, someone who will give you a push, someone who will always remind you, man, my sister, my brother, you need to do more than what you are doing. Be passionate. Fall in love with what you're doing, and what you're doing will fall in love with you. Love what you do, and what you do will love you. Remember, you must have that self-image that radiates success. You know, the people when you see on the streets, there are people when you talk to, you see success on their faces. Be that person. You know, the law of attraction. At the end of the day, when you are that person and you approach anybody for any help, it will be easier for them to help you. But if you play it small and put yourself in the shelf of, you know, inferiority complex, who do you think will want to work with you, will want to succeed, will want to help you? It will be very, very difficult. Remember, at the end of the day, try to see where you come from. Sometimes you need to turn back. Don't stay there, but sometimes you need to turn back and see where you were born. You know, some of us, you know, we were born by parents who were struggling with their lives. And every time we looked at them, we said, man, this is not the life I want to live. I am going to work hard to be different. Sometimes you look at your home and you say, no, I don't think I want my children to live in the home that I lived as a child. I have to work hard. Sometimes you look back and you see what is happening in your community, in your family, and you say, I am going to stand out. I am going to be different from anybody else. Embrace conflict for growth. Don't fear challenges. Challenges are part of life. Always turn every problem into a challenge. And what we call, at the end of the day, sharpen your soul so that you can be able to slice off every challenge until you reach, you know, the inner core of success. And in that way, you will always succeed. Commit to improvement. They say, what call practice makes improvement. It doesn't make perfect. No, it makes improvement. You always improve, and you can improve from day one to the time that you are dying. You will always improve. So learn and commit to your improvement. Always create a winning environment. You know, you could be in the middle of 100 stupid people, but you decide to be intelligent. You decide to be bright. You could be around 1,000,000 failures, but you say, no, I cannot be part of the crowd. I am going to be different. I'm not going to be like everybody else. For me, I am out to achieve the best I want to achieve in my life. Learn from your failures. Learn from your mates. Your failures do not define you. They are there to tell you, my friend, you have to do things differently. My friend, you got to put more effort. My friend, you need to consult other people. At the end of the day, those failures, turn them into greater success. Use them as the fuel to make you even work harder. Most of the time, people who have made it big in this life, in their history, they made so many mistakes and they were failures, but because they never accepted, to remain failures, they worked very hard. And sometimes you don't have to hold grudges. You don't have to grow grudges. Learn to forgive along the way, because there'll be many disappointments. You could have business partners that will disappoint you. You could have a relationship that will disappoint you. You could have a job that will disappoint you. Don't get discouraged by those disappointments. Sometimes those disappointments are a blessings to make you much greater, much bigger, and success always comes your way. Learn to give, because the more you give, the more you get. When you do more, you become more, and when you give more, you get more. There is nothing that works magic when it comes to achievement and success than you getting into a business of serving others, than you getting into a business of making other people better. Be a mentor for other people to succeed, and you will really succeed more than them. Be persistent. Don't wait and don't rest until you become your best. Don't wait and don't rest until you become your best. Operate from the spirit, not an ego. Operate from that internal push, internal motivation, from that spirit of you wanting to succeed and getting the best that you can get. Learn to listen, because speech is silver, but silence and listening is called gold. When you listen, you learn and you become better and you grow. Surround yourself with successful people. You will also be success. Be part of the team and learn to network. Build that foundation. Have building blocks that will give you strength of connection. Sometimes you don't have to be rich to become rich. You need to know somebody who is rich to give you the push in order for you to become rich. You don't have to be educated. Always you have to look for somebody who is educated to help you also get the education, and you will go very far. Have an integrity, and that is very important. Honesty, truthfulness. is key component for every success. Learn. If there is anything you must learn, and get this from me very clearly. If there is anything you must learn and master, is learning how to communicate. Because when you open your mouth, you tell the whole world the kind of a person you are. And always remain humble, honest, and credible. Be genuine. Be you. Don't live a fake life. Because that fake life, like most of us do online, it doesn't give you the push, because you become superficial. You serve. And at the end of the day, you don't get that zeal to struggle and become the best you can be. Complete the past, but then embrace the future. And again, open your hand. Let it go. Let it go. If there was anything that annoyed you, disappointed you, if there is anybody who broke your heart, let it go. Because if you hold it firm in your hands, remember, that hand will never be able to grab anything, any opportunity ahead of you. Don't be like the monkey who grabbed the artificial fruit and died with hunger, because the hand was holding the artificial fruit and it could not grab the fresh fruit. And finally, the monkey died from hunger. Okay? Don't cling to that fake life. Don't cling to that annoyance. They say sometimes when you are angry, when you are annoyed, because of somebody else, is like your price in your life, and you might not grow to be learn to earn. If you become that one person who can solve many problems for other people, then you have many opportunities to succeed in whatever you're doing. Be resilient and have self-respect and have the power of self-understanding, and make sure you enjoy some humor. Don't take life seriously every time, and ultimately always think big, grow big, and become big, and embrace diversity, and ultimately, ladies and gentlemen, achieve success, because success is there waiting for you. Thank you, and God bless you.
I hope our listeners have benefited much. Nataka tuchukue hii fursa kujihusisha katika session swali mahali ambapo kusikia vizuri, na mtu ana mapendekezo, nadhani chukua fursa hii tuweze kukusaidia sana. Wale ambao watashindwa kuongea wanaweza kutuma message katika comment. Je, kuna mtu ana swali lolote? Kuna mtu ana mapendekezo yoyote? Labda ungetaka kuchangia ama kusuggest topic?
I can see Samir hand is up.
Naam, Samir.
Assalamu alaikum team. Assalamu alaikum my mentor Dr. Mujahid. Mine is not even a question, but to actually congratulate you, and you are such an inspiration to most of us. It's at night, but I'm with my book. I always write. You have a lot of quotes. You are really inspiring us. And sometimes, Professor, the position that we have in our organization, the institution that you are in, it's really sad to see that young people really need to be pushed every time. I don't know what definition of success to them is, but people are very comfortable. So I'm really happy that in this session, you've been always trying to talk about success, trying to tell people to, to always start, to be that, to push for success, and all these things that you are telling us, the 10C of commitment, being creative, being consistent, these laws of attraction that you keep talking about, all of these things is very inspiring to us. And I really want to tell these viewers who are here today, who are joining us, that it doesn't matter where you're coming from, as Professor said. You need to be aggressive for success. You can't be comfortable where you are. That's not how it works, especially those who are coming from coast region. Do we need to wait every day for other people to come and take this position? Why can't we? It's very sad to see we are not even so many. So I really want you to keep sharing. I've shared. I see my people from Future Pillars here. But I'm so happy that Doctor, you are actually using your time. It's at night and this is for free. Every Tuesday, I'm looking forward to this session and I wish that we can have more and more of this. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Samir. Thank you, Samir. That's quite encouraging also. You know, motivation is like shower. You need it every day. This is really important. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
شكرا sana Samir. Sheikh Rashid, naona umeonyesha mkono. Tafadhali. Rashid Hashim. We have a comment here from Mr. Peter Macau.
Yes, please.
I wish more sessions of this kind is made continuous. Thank you, Dr. OTHMAN and the organizer. Bwana Peter Macau, we have this show every Tuesday. This is online motivational academy. We have it every Tuesday from 8:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. On Fridays, we have marriage consultation seminars. Every Friday, 8:30 to 9:30, same time. For those who have missed part of the show, you can find it on YouTube channel. I will share the link just now.
Thank you so much. Thank you for to all of you for attending the show. Hopefully, we will be able to be together again next week. Thank you. Thank you, Zubair. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Answar. It's great to get this kind of feedback. I think Said will share the link, inshallah. Said will share the link. Our aim is to inspire young people to become greater and greater than us, you know, so that they can live their lives in full. Okay, because without satisfaction, life will bring you some distraction. Because at the end of the day, knowing that you have realized your full potential is quite key in terms of motivation for you to want to do more and more and make greater success in your life, inshallah.
Kuna sister Riziki Zubair ameuliza how will I get the link to the next session. We have a Facebook page, we have an Instagram page, we are on TikTok, and we share the links on social media.
Thank you, Nur Alamud. That's a good feedback. Alhamdulillah. I'm happy that at least we are able to add value in people's life. That's the whole idea. That's the L of legacy, inshallah. We want to see you guys shining tomorrow, inshallah. But here, thank you so much for your comments, inshallah. We'll continue doing this. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us health and long life so that we can be able to see the fruits of these efforts. Because what I want to see is seeing all of you fly higher and higher up above the sky. And the sky should be the lower limit for each and every one of you, inshallah. They say when you climb on the shoulders of the giant, you become taller than the giant. And I believe if all of you will climb on my shoulder, one day you'll be much, much more than who I am today, inshallah. I think Said, we can close now. Past 9:30, inshallah.
Yes, our social media handle is New Horizon Consultancy Services. New Horizon Consultancy Services. Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. New Horizon Consultancy Services. I will write the name in the comment when Dr. is giving us a closing dua.
We can all recite والعصر inshallah together. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. صلى الله عليه وسلم.
Shukran. Wapenzi wasikilizaji, tunatoa shukrani na tunawatakia hivyo barikiwa. Inshallah tutaonana Ijumaa tukiwa na marriage seminar series.